Traders, and welcome to Price Action GPS. I'm the Market Surfer, here with your morning report for August 21st, 2023. We're going to talk about China. So China stopped reporting their foreign asset reserve currency or foreign asset reserves. This is an article from, June 30th, 2023. China's 3 trillion hidden foreign exchange reserve, a risk to global economy, says Brad Sester. China's hidden foreign exchange reserves, which amounts to about $3 trillion, pose a risk to the global economy, according to Brad Sester. These shadow reserves are not reflected in the official books of People's Bank of China. According to Brad Setzer, a former U.S. Trade and Treasury official, China is sitting on $6 trillion pile of money, half of which is hidden, posing a new kind of risk in the global economy. I'm going to put this, of course, in the show notes so you can read the whole thing. Just so you get a basis of it. It's just accounting. These people, how they trick with money. Another thing, Evergrande. This goes back to September 21st, 2021. Evergrande borrowed from everyone. So, that's what I want. Here is what it is. It seems to me, what is interesting about Evergrande is not so much the magnitude of its debt problems, but the variety. Evergrande owes money to Chinese banks. It owes money to foreign hedge funds. There you go. And foreign investors own its stock. So the foreign hedge funds, the reason why I want to put all this into a little package for you. So the foreign hedge funds are what our hedge funds, they're our hedge funds. So I would imagine everyone's been scrambling to try to dump these assets for months because they knew this was coming. Unfortunately, the bankruptcy hit, I think that was Friday. I said Friday it was going to be a doozy because there was no real planned event that could stop the traders from just getting their trades in for Friday, for the weekend. So the hedge fund issue, we're going to see how that plays out because I couldn't find out who they owe money to other than the Chinese people that they stole all the money from. So I couldn't find any hedge funds, but it's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. Here's how I talk about technical trading. Yes, I do, because the news is after the fact. The charts will tell you something's going on pre the event, and I will show you. So here is the ZB, which is the T-bond futures, like 30-year fixed asset. These are opposite than the interest rates. So when this price goes down, the interest on the 30-year goes up. These are inverse of one another. And what I have been saying is when this ZB gets down to 116, it should create a huge amount of volume from the market makers to buy this. They should push this back up. And here's where I'm going to bring some technical. I won't necessarily leave this in the show notes, but you can go find this. And you basically see it right up there. Here's a Wyckoff analysis. So selling climax. We had the selling climax. Then we had that phase. So I'm just going to bring it up to you. I'm going to show you the chart as we look at this. That phase. Then had that. And here we're we're going to get the spring phase, and that should happen around October 13th, just like I was talking about. That should be the spring phase to bring us back up. So if this is going to spring up, then interest rates are going to go down. So this is the magic moment that will create the change in the interest rates. Let me go back to the Wyckoff pattern. So we're going to look at this pattern right here, and then I'm going to go to the Wyckoff, and we're going to see it. Stop, up, down, except this one only stopped here. It didn't come down to this part. That was the test. So it went back up. Maybe we're here then. See, went down, went back up. If we look at the weekly, but if we look at the daily, we're over here. On the weekly, we're here. On the daily, we're here. We're going to get that bounce. And that bounce will, or the spring, will probably take us to this line right here, 135. So when this was at 135, find out what the interest rate was, and that's probably where we're going. So going forward, at least starting probably in September and October, I'm going to start trading interest rates because they seem to be where the market is moving and the action seems to be there. So, not that I've ever traded them before. I'm going to learn. A chart is a chart. So, this is what I mean about you can't teach people how to trade. I can teach you how to read a chart. Trading is a whole different thing that we probably need a group setting for. Just a bunch of us trading, not necessarily teaching, just learning from one another. But right there, you see how that did not allow that to hit the 116. It protected that low, pushed it up, and now they'll allow it to hit it. Right at the end of this, when's that expire? August 30th. So at the end of August, beginning of September, we get that bounce, come out of this, and probably bounce out of that up to there. Say okay, that makes sense next April, because if we bounce from here to there to next April, that'll extend that pattern, then we come back down, and then we could take off again up to there. Pure speculation, everybody. Now I'll get on to Bitcoin. But I'm not going to go through too many charts today because I'm sure that took long enough. But that was important, in my opinion, to understand price action. Same thing with Bitcoin. Where did it go? Right down to support. There's not much liquidity in Bitcoin right now, so the whales can take advantage of that. And this is exactly what happened. And going back to hedge funds, when hedge funds see the blood in the water, they start piling on the shorts. So I would say that's in it. The shorts are in for Bitcoin, and most most large tech, the indexes are short. All the hedge funds are piling on, and to make sure that this goes down as hard as it can, because this is the time they start pushing it down to finish the phase. The euro dollar, that's going to roll over, probably get the 200 period moving average, bounce up, but that is a finishing move. This could be a 1, come down here for 2, and then we could have serious inflation after that. The dollar may get weak after this rally on the strong side. And if that's the case, it goes back to trading the stocks then, because I think the interest rates are going to go up and down for years, and I think the volatility is going to be in the interest rates, not necessarily the market. Not that there won't be opportunity in the market. There will be. But if I'm a trader and I want to make my money trading the market, I'm not saying I wouldn't buy some stock to swing trade. So it's probably how this show or event or how everything will go. The lover of knowledge, I know you're on board with that. We'll talk about that all the time. And Sir Alex, we have to talk because I'm going to build something very special, at least over this winter. So it'll be ready for next spring. Sorry, I'm going to some charts, skim through them. The banking sector move, that's going up. The U.S. 2-year, that is a beautiful pattern. So let's wait for that to roll over. We already talked about that one. Here's the 30-year, which is the inversion of what we were just talking about. So ZB is the inversion of this. Palantir is probably if you want to look at investing, I would say Palantir. Let this thing sell off back down to around 200 period moving average, and I would probably get in there. That would probably be more of an investment for me. And if anybody has anybody they really like, I think I'm switching to Tasty Trades for my account. That right there. Or Spotify. I think we're going to hit that bottom and then go back up and close that gap. So that's a nice ride. So from 128 to 159, I'll take that ride. PayPal, waiting for PayPal to do something with crypto. I think that will boost that. Generac. Yeah, no, the hurricanes season's kind of upon us. That'll kick up. Apple, finish that move. There's the futures. No one cares about that. Man, 20-year, it's really topping out. We're about to roll over. Hanes brand. I think we're going to get a sell-off at that 200 period moving average. Excuse me. That's it, everybody. With that, I would like to say thank you for your courage and your support. Thank you, or Sir Alex of No Agenda Tube, for having this wonderful platform that I can put these videos on. And if you're watching on anything else, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, let us know how we're doing. If you're watching this on anything other than a No Agenda Tube or a modern podcast app, go to podcastapps.com and check out Podverse or CuratorCaster. You can watch this, send us a Boostagram, clips. It's a lot of fun. It is the future. No one can cancel you. We'll build a nice little community of our own. But I will continue to put these wherever people can find them. Once again, thank you for your courage, your support. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and effective. I'll see you Wednesday.